you see it? Okay.
Oh, hi everybody. And so this is my first attempt at iCAD 2019, and I am still on this kick of book text for a background. I can't seem to help myself, so I'm just going to kind of do what seems natural, and I'm going to cover this iCAD with book text. And I'm going to tell you a little bit, if you're new, a little bit about iCAD. iCAD means an index card a day. And it was started by Daisy Yellow. You can look her up. She's a fantastic artist. She does have a YouTube channel, I think. I think that her Facebook group is probably a better place to find her, maybe, but you can look her up on YouTube too. So I'm just going to put this down for now to create a background. And I should not have put my brush in the water again. So iCAD a day is very fun. Lots and lots of people participate in it. And it's the best way I know of to collect your iCADs. Now, Daisy Yellow gives prompts for the iCADs. I don't do as well with prompts as I do with kind of thinking up my own words that go with what I've done. So sometimes I use the prompts and sometimes I just go with what's going on with me. So I'm just using book text like I did with my tags. I can't stop on the tags. I can't stop myself. So I'm just going with it. You know how it is when you get on a streak. You have to kind of go with it until it works itself out. And it has not worked itself out yet, so I'm still going with it. I work on them every day. And it's because I love them. I just love them. So we are finally out of spring and we are into some hot weather. Not horribly hot, but sort of hot. It was 99 in the 90s today. And that's about normal for this time of the year. I knew it was too good to last for it to be so cool. So I'm just letting this go over the edge. So people here are heading for the pool to stay cool. And what you do also is stay inside a lot. And that's why most of our malls here are indoor malls. Tomorrow is June 1st, and tomorrow is the first day of Index Carta Day. So I'm just getting this one started. And let's see. Someone asked me about, here's my one, how it turned out. I did sew the edges and I inked the edges. And I'm thinking about writing in my own handwriting in here lightly. All those who wander are not lost because of the word Rome. I think that would be fun. So these flowers, you know, once you kind of get on a roll, you can't really stop. And it's all I want to do is work with the book text. And the book text is very fun. So I want to, someone asked me to please show how I cut out the flowers. And there's all kinds of videos on how to cut out the flowers. And this is music paper, as you can see, and it's really old, so it's very vintage music paper, and I just love it. I think that maybe Laura from the Jersey Crafter sent me this, and it's very hard for me to cut it up, but I'm gonna have to make myself. And I'm not sure if maybe this music paper is maybe too old. But I'm just gonna give it a try because I love it. And I think it's really beautiful. So what you need to start with on these flowers is a square. And how I get a square is, yeah, this paper is really, really fragile. How I get a square is I start with folding this paper and folding the triangle, and then I cut off the edges. So that you have the square. Then you have a square and you fold up. Now, mind you, my disclaimer is I'm really bad at this, and I have a history of being really bad at this. So then, approximately in the middle, you take this corner and go over to about 1/3. And you fold, and then you're going to have this left over, so you fold that up, and then you take the other side and fold it across. Now you're going to end up with something that looks like this. So somewhere around in there, about roundabouts in there, you go up and around like a petal, and then see, so I just proved my point that I'm really terrible at this. So let's see here. Okay, well, sometimes I have to do that. And if you do that, you're going to get mini petals. And sometimes that's just what I do, and so therefore that's just what I get. Now, because I'm so terrible at this, and past experience tells me that I'm going to need to fix it. So I'll be fixing that, but first, the paper is very fragile, so I'm just going to paint on it. I mean, not paint on it, but Mod Podge it. And that will give it a little bit of strength. And then I can fix it a little easier. So bad. Okay, so I'm going to have to put a backing on this flower. It's falling all apart. And when I put the backing on it, you will see that it will be a wonky flower, which that's what I do, or wonky everything. And the paper was indeed too fragile. So I will leave it alone now until it's drier. So this is how it turns out. I actually did one that was fairly good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5-petal flower. Like these. But more than often, mine turn out to be goofy. So goofy. You know, very goofy. That kind of reminds me of the flower from Canada. This one is off right over here, but I kind of like it because I can round that off. Here's another one that's not too bad. And what I do is I layer the little ones onto the bigger ones. So like this. And I'll just fix the ones that turned out so wonky. Another thing that you can do is, I'm going to set this side. You'll see it again at some other time. This is a flower that Stacy made, and her flowers came in an envelope, so they were kind of flattened out. So I just took the different layers and folded them up. You need to see how long I've been. Looks like 18 minutes. So if you get a flower that's starting to look pretty good, then you can fold up the petals on it, and it will not be so flat anymore. Isn't that cute? So I'm just going to work with these a little bit. Probably these two. So I'm just going to round these off a little bit. There we go. Oh, I love this glitter glue, but it does not, I'm just going to use the other glue. It does not, I have to unplug it all the time. Let's see if this one is better. Yep. So just offset these. You know, and whatever sizes you end up with, you cut. These are the ones that you'll want to use. So this one is not quite dry, but it's getting there. I'm just going to trim off the edges. Also wonky and wiggly, messy, uneven. That's what I do. I need to make sure I'm okay with time. 23, I think. And so I just want to put a bling in the middle. Oh, I have a little gnat. Hello, little gnat. And I think Laura sent me these little Tim Holtz people. And I really like them. So I'll be folding these up and curling the edges. And the little Tim Holtz people will get a little dusting with the distress edge. Looks like my grandma and I. Of course, he's a little boy. So let's see. And this little word, joy. I need to work this in somewhere. let's see. So there we go. We're on 26. So I'm just gonna, you'll see when I come back, I'm gonna curl up the edges of the flower. So, you know, this is really gonna be a 3D type project. And then I'll sew around the edges too, because I'm loving to do that. So here we go. So this is not the first day of June, so iCAD starts tomorrow. And this one will be sort of an entry into iCAD. And with that, I will say see you tomorrow, and I will be just trimming this off because I can't stop myself from this stuff. Okay, so there we are, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.